Yo, it's King Stuff, and this time I'm going to be going over the power of the corrupted monk Kenjaku, his techniques, skill set, everything. And at the end, I'm going to rank him amongst everyone in the series. This is going to be the first video of a series I'm going to be starting, pretty much kind of like telling you about the strength and the techniques, power scaling of all the Jujutsu Kaisen characters that are pretty prominent when it comes to abilities and what they kind of stand in terms of Jujutsu. And this will be the first one of those, so this should be pretty fun to do. Now, let's get into the video. Kenjaku is a 1,000-year-old sorcerer, so his knowledge and intelligence is one of the reasons as to why he's so dangerous and he's so strong. He knows of almost every curse and knows the history behind most Jujutsu techniques, such as the big three clans, the Gojo, Kamo, and Zenin families. He is the mastermind behind the plan of sealing Gojo, which honestly that's a feat of its own, stealing Geto's body, and of course starting the Culling Games. So it's safe to say, if you're going to try to go against Kenjaku, you better be prepared to have multiple plans in store. Not to mention, Kenjaku is a very skilled fighter in hand-to-hand combat. When Choso tried to rush Kenjaku, Kenjaku dodged every single one of Choso's strikes, and Choso is no slouch at all when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. And not to mention, Kenjaku has Geto's physical body, and in the hidden inventory arc, Geto gave one of the most disgusting beatdowns in the series with just his strikes. On to his actual Jujutsu. Via capturing Geto's body, Kenjaku's main technique, other than obviously body swapping, which allows him to plant his brain into other humans or sorcerers and take over their bodies, is cursed spirit manipulation, a technique that allows the user to capture, summon, and control independent cursed spirits. Kenjaku has over 1,000 of these cursed spirits, and they range from grade 4s all the way to special grade. For example, when Kenjaku encountered Mei and Ui, as he was leaving to take care of other matters, he dropped off the smallpox curse. This curse had its own domain expansion. This deity actually gave Mei some problems, if not for Ui's counter. By the way, I have no idea how to say his name, but I'm just gonna call him that. He can flood an entire city with cursed spirits if he really wanted to, similar to how Geto did in the 1,000 Demon Parade. And at the end of the Shibuya Incident arc, we saw Kenjaku capture Mahito, and also in Volume 0, during the Geto fight against Maki, Panda, Inumaki, and Yuta, Geto had unknown curses that completely took out Inumaki, Panda, and Maki, while Yuta and Rika had to use every bit of their techniques and strengths to defeat Geto. And to make it even more powerful, Kenjaku's immense amount of cursed energy makes this technique even more versatile. And remember when I said he captured Mahito at the end of Shibuya Incident arc? Well, since he captured Mahito, he acquired his innate technique, the Idol Transfiguration, granting him the ability to reshape souls of other people or himself. His first time using this in the manga was when he destroyed Tengen's barrier, which launched the Culling Games. We all know how limitless the Idol Transfiguration was when Mahito used it. I can only imagine all that Kenjaku can do with it, coupled with his cursed spirits and even his own body for another form of healing or regeneration maybe. And well, speaking of healing, he also has the feat of acquiring reverse curse energy. And for those that don't remember, this is the act of turning regular curse energy, which is negative energy, into positive energy, turning curse energy into something that can destroy into something that can create instead. He used this on a weakened Geto at the end of Volume 0 to transplant his brain into Geto, which is why you see him as he is now. Last but certainly not least, we have the ultimate technique of Kenjaku, the Maximum Uzumaki. Maximum Uzumaki is an insane amount of his collected cursed spirits put into one powerful attack. Within this technique though, any semi-grade 1 curse or higher that gets caught into this attack, Uzumaki will extract its innate technique, allowing the user to capture the technique and keep it, which is how he acquired Mahito's Idol Transfiguration. And by the way, the updated design for the Maximum Uzumaki is absolutely sick, but terrifying at the same time. You could definitely see the Junji Ito inspiration that was put into that design. So yeah, Kenjaku is a walking cheat code for the most part, and is an overwhelming force on his own. I mean, it speaks volumes that he's one of the few characters in Jujutsu Kaisen that isn't scared of Sukuna. But let's get into how I rank Kenjaku among all of Jujutsu Kaisen's characters. And to be honest, it's very easy where I rank him. He's number 3, right behind, of course, Gojo and the current 15-finger Sukuna. Now, Kenjaku, in my opinion, can be just as frightening as facing either Gojo or Sukuna because of the sheer unpredictability of what Kenjaku will use against his opponents. and yes, opponents, because I don't see one single man being able to stop him, especially since Kenjaku has yet to be touched. We are probably not going to get into an actual fight for a while, considering the climate we are in for the Culling Games, but when we do get more of Kenjaku in action or just on screen, it's always significant and for a reason. And when the Culling Games become very Kenjaku centric, things are going to get crazy, and I just cannot wait for it. How you feel about the video in the comment section below. Also, leave a like and of course subscribe. I'll let you on the next one. Peace.